Super Chad, the Retro Gamer 85. We are playing Godzilla, Monster of Monsters on the NES. Note they couldn't make it at the actual year. They had to put XXX AD. Planet X, isn't that always the way? Also note that Godzilla couldn't have been the only person in this game, so they put in Mothra too. The Earth. Okay, first thing about this game you need to know is that this game is kind of like a chessboard, or Chinese checkers if you think about it. You got Godzilla way up here. This is Mothra. Now Godzilla only moves two spaces at a time. Mothra moves like 4 or 5. These are warp zones. And this is Godzilla, and this is Magra, and that's where you need to get to the end of the game. We're going to choose Godzilla. So you want to hit, hold on. Okay, you want to hit the A button on Godzilla. We'll use him first. It turns green. Use the D-pad. Move in whatever space. Notice it says unable to move any further. Okay, so now you hit A again. And there's Godzilla. B is the fighting thing. Now the little orbs that come out of the stones and stuff are what you want to get. Hold on. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. This has been happening frequently where we lose power. I don't know what's going on. Give it a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Okay, like I was saying, use B to kick, and A is punch. Object is to collect the orbs to stay alive and to destroy all the hazards. And as you're going to notice, select is pause. And if you hold down on the D-pad and use B, you can swing your tail to destroy stuff. But it's less effective. Start is the atomic breath. Alright, there goes Godzilla. And now they're asking, will you fight the enemy, yes or no? Well, we already know that if you pick no, then you can't fight the enemy. But it won't let you continue until you press yes. So we're going to go ahead and use B. Okay, that's weird. Alright, use A. See? Now you press start. There you go. I call these the floating brains. Notice we're not on Earth anymore. The Earth looks nothing like this. There we go, Godzilla defeats Godzilla. Here comes, Mogra. Will you fight the enemy? Yes, I will. We're on level 2 now, I think we're on Mars. Although I don't see how come nothing on Mars looks like this. Mothra. I'm on level 3 and Mothra is defeated by Godzilla. And here we go. We're nearing the end. And the controls suck. We're nearing the end, folks. Now we're choosing Mothra. Other thing I forgot to say is we gotta get both of these characters to the end in order to advance to the next stage. Now, Mothra's easy to get through here because all she does is fly above everything. And you use B to shoot what looks like tomatoes. That's right, she shoots tomatoes with B. It's Attack of the Killer Red Tomatoes! Shot by Mothra! That's where tomatoes come from, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding. You start, you use her special attack which sheds wings. Why it is, nobody knows. Back on Mars again. Well, not really, but we're on level 1 again with Mothra. I don't know where the hell we're at, because nothing on Earth looks like this. Alright, here we go. We're getting to the last stage. Godzilla's gone. Come on, Mothra. I like Mothra's killer red tomatoes and shit. I don't know what it's supposed to be, so I'm calling killer red tomatoes. Come on, Mothra, you do this. Alright, we're moving to the next field now. Now we're on Mars. Hey look, Godzilla's back. Alright, same rules apply as first time, but now we doubled up to a new player. We got Mothra, we got Godzilla like we had before, and now we got Baron. Now we got 3 monsters to fight. Bitch, that's Godzilla. You ain't gonna stop it. Ready for the long haul, folks. We're now on level 2 of Godzilla. Or in Japanese, they call him Gojira. about Godzilla, for those of you who don't know, they actually have a song by Blue Oyster Cult. Oh no, it's Godzilla. Hey! If you recognize that song, you know that's one hell of a good song. I can't remember what year it was made, but it's a Godzilla song. There. Another interesting thing, if you watch Linkara on YouTube, you'll realize that Godzilla has his own comic book, and he was also once a mascot for basketball at some point, along with Charles Barkley. Here we go, fighting Mothra. Bye-bye, Mothra. Bye-bye, Godzilla. Here we go, now we're fighting Baron. Oh wait, no we're not, hold on. Now we're using Mothra. Here comes the attack of the red tomatoes. Look at that, they actually shoot like death rays. Look at that, pow! We're killing dragons and stuff on Mars. I wish Mars was actually like this. Giving our men something to do to fight aliens. bitch. Let me up. You're hurting Mothra. Quit. Got it. Zora is gone. Now we're fighting Baron. Attacking the Killer Red Tomatoes. Object here is to keep Baron occupied with the Killer Tomatoes long enough to defeat him. And you have to stay close to the ground to shoot his feet. Or in the crotch area, wherever. Keep pressing B and don't stop. Now dropping the wings on him is a bad thing because it'll cause him to jump up and down. That's something you don't want. Although it does work a little faster. Here, I'll try it. I didn't do it this time. The key here is to get a system going between the Killer Red Tomatoes and the dropping the wing thing. And there we go, Baron is dead. We have the whole board to ourselves now. Oh crap. Really? Why do those rockets have to be there? on level 3 with Mothra, and we're still trying to get off of Mars and go to, oh, damn it, can't remember what's after Mars. I think it's Jupiter. You'd think I'd know as well as I took science class. Damn! Mogra, Zora, Baron, Smog Monster. Alright folks, we're going to try to complete this in one run. But if we don't, that's okay. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We'll get back to you in another video with the second segment. Thank you.